Welcome back to some more Timberborn. Last time we started growing more mangroves. We've got a lot here actually that we're going to be planting. We got the forester right here. We have a couple of spots for the dynamite. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and detonate these now. So the goal of these little puddles is to have extra water here so that even if this area runs out, hopefully our trees don't die before they get back. I feel like I did that in the last series where I had the really flat map, and it helped a little bit. I don't know if it's going to work quite as well here, but we're going to find out. I do want to, I realized I didn't put a spot for a gatherer. I want to leave this, I think, just in case, even though they're going to get this all planted. If we have a drought and the trees die, I want to make sure that we can still replant them. So I'm going to actually click that while I'm here. So I think I'm actually going to get rid of this tree here, put another platform, and then just put the gatherer there. I think that'll work. So let's mark this one for demolition. They'll just get rid of it. It'll be fine. And then I need to get that done. We still have a little bit of mangrove here, but compared to all the other food groups, we don't have hardly any mangrove fruit. So that's why I am planting extra trees there. We did get this water reservoir going and filled up. If I can get into here, it's pretty full. So that's good. But as I was watching and editing the last episode, I realized, you know what I should do. So this is set to 1. I raised this up because it wasn't going through. I think I'm going to go to 1.5 because that's going to be less than this side. Hopefully it'll come out here or not. Shouldn't it come out this way? Is that not enough? Okay. Yeah. Is it starting to come out there? For a second it was. Maybe this is too close. I thought by putting this down to 1.5, because this should be 1 and 1.65 versus 1.5. But maybe because this is so close to where it's coming out, it's still higher than it needs to be. I'm not sure. And I'm going to put this back down to 1.5 because of that too. Hoping that we can get it circulating through here, but it doesn't seem to want to cooperate. So we'll see how that works out. I may end up putting floodgates here eventually so that I can block it and force it through this way instead. But for right now, this works enough to keep us going where we're at. So they are getting this done. Is this tree gone? It is. So let's go ahead and put another, nope, it's this platform in here. Then we're going to put another gatherer flag right there, and it should take care of all of that. So once we get, I'm going to probably pause this, but once all the trees grow, then they'll be able to go in there and gather all of the mangrove fruit that is in this area that we're planting. It's going to take a while for this forester to plant everything anyway. It's a huge area, so that's going to take some time. The other thing that I think I want to do today is start getting this area prepared for a bypass so that when we do get a bad tide, which may end up coming soon, we might not get this done before then. But my hope is to create a bypass here to force the bad water to not come into our good water source, but to go through this area out here, and then it'll get joined with all of this. So in order to make that happen, I want to do it as close to this area as possible and have as little of this water messed with as we can. So I want to get rid of these trees and try to build up top here. So I'm going to need to put down a forester or lumberjack, I'm sorry, right here with stairs going here. Then we're going to need to do a path all the way along here to connect it. And then this lumberjack should be able to chop all of these trees down. And I need to mark for cutting all of this. So I'm not sure how long that'll take, but they can get that done. And then once this is removed, I'm thinking about doing just like 2 blocks wide, because this is just 2. Oh no, this is 3 blocks. Maybe I'll have to do a third block. So put the levee pieces here, and I might just get closer to this side and kind of try to keep it on the edge here. And then we'll put some floodgates somewhere in here so that if it's a good tide, it'll just let the good water out. If it's a bad tide, it'll go through here. And we'll be good to go. Okay, so this has somebody in it. They're gonna start cutting those trees down. We are still working on planting all of this. And we've got a bunch of water going through here. We're doing great over here. Yeah, we're doing great. So I'm pretty happy. We have full badwater storage, so I am going to pause one of these, although we have a bunch of beavers that don't have anything to do. But we don't need two of them going through this. I actually may start working on putting explosives down in here. I think I said last time that this is 2 blocks higher than this, and this is like the bottom of what we can explode. We can't go down any farther because that's the bottom of the map. So if I put 2 double dynamite in this area, then we can make it 2 extra spots deep and have even more water here. So, and we already have stairs going down into it. So let's see here. Can we do the double dynamite? Can I put it under here? I can. Okay. I'm going to just start with all of this. And I realize that at this point, we're pretty close to the next drought and or bad tide, whatever it's going to be. So, ooh, it's going to let me put that underneath there. Okay. So because we are pretty close, we're probably not going to want to do this yet. Like actually, get rid of these spots, but I'm just trying to get this all filled in as much as possible until we, get to that point. You know what? I probably this stuff is this going to even be able to be reached? No. What about this stuff? No. So what I might have to do is, it's going to be a drought. Sorry, I wasn't really looking. I'm going to take out like this and maybe like this. We'll see how that works, if that's good enough for getting all of this set up. Is this going to be close enough? Okay, I think we're good. So they'll be able to reach all of this. Once we get this filled in, I might, actually I might get rid of like a strip of this too. And then just keep the paths going. Because then we can actually get a bunch of this done when we're ready. It's going to take a long time though. But they'll start putting the extract there and the explosives and all of that. We do have them working on making explosives, and I can have another beaver or two go into the centrifuge and start getting more extract so we can get more done with that. These take 1 explosive and 1 extract to make. So we'll be using that. And they are just kind of barely starting to get this done. So it's going to be a little while before that's a thing. But they have a lot of the mangroves planted. So that is great to see. We will get a lot more food. I guess I'll leave this one here. I know that it's going to be a while, like even the ones that are close by. No, you know what? I'm going to just pause this. There's no point in having them in there yet. But eventually we will. What else do we need to work on today? So, other than the mangroves, we've got a lot of other food. Berries we're not eating. We're just using that to create new beavers in our breeding pod. So I don't need to have a crazy amount of that. We're doing pretty good on logs. We've got storage for the metal blocks, the planks, scrap metal. I wonder if I need to... Oh my gosh, I have like nothing going here. Not that it matters because it's almost a drought, but... Another thing that I realized is that during the droughts, we're having these beavers in here, which I don't need them in here right now. But instead, what I could do is get the engine going, because that uses logs and makes power, and we don't actually have to have a beaver sitting in there all the time making it work. And I think it creates 400 power, whereas the large power wheel only creates 300. So this would be helpful during the droughts to use, and we've got a lot of wood, so I'm not super worried about that at all. And then same thing over here. If it's a drought, we can use it to power all of this stuff. But I mean, a lot of our stuff is full. I probably should start making more space for storage, but at this point I don't really know. I don't think I want this to be here forever, because it is partially, well, but it is kind of in a good spot because it's centralized. So maybe we're fine. I don't know. Anyway, all that to say, still haven't decided what's going to happen there. Look at all this. They are doing a great job getting this done. How is this beaver doing? Well, we still got a while. But it'll be fine because it's a drought, so I don't have to worry about the bad water getting into our good water source. I do want to close this off as we reach the end of the wet season, to just make sure we hold on to as much of the water as we can. Hopefully this will fill up a little bit more while we're doing that. And then I'm going to demolish this while I'm thinking about it. And we're going to go ahead and unlock this and put this in here. And then I might do the same thing over here. Get rid of this. And put this in here. Like so. We can't use this stuff yet while the stuff's going on, but once this is built, we'll be fine. And it shouldn't take too long. We have the gears, we have the metal blocks, we have the logs. So those will get built pretty darn quickly, although they are doing all of this first. So maybe I will prioritize this before everything else. And this too. Okay. We are still not even halfway through chopping these trees down. But then I can delete these things because I won't need them. It's really just to get the logs. Maybe I should have just demolished this instead of cutting it down. But I'm not super worried about it taking extra time. It'll be fine. These are missing spots. Let's go ahead and fill these spots in. So this is the corn area. Right here. And this is eggplant. Okay. So I think we're good on food unless we get more beavers, in which case we may need more, but we've got a lot of food. We are continuing to harvest and do all that. I'm going to prioritize this by haulers so they can always put wood in there. And this one is getting almost finished. We just have a couple more metal blocks to put in, and then that'll be ready as well. And then I just have to remember to pause this when we get to the wet season, so we don't waste the wood on that when we don't need to. Okay, so how much... what's the supply? Oh, no, it's nighttime. There's no supply and demand. So I'm going to wait. But we'll see. Oh, does it not take the power unless something's being used? Like it's not going to waste the fuel. That's really nice. I like that. So we're not sitting here wasting all the wood that we're putting in there when nobody's working. That's awesome. How are we doing up here? Still don't have much else cut down? I guess I could start filling this in more as they're doing that stuff. Okay. So I'm thinking about just using levees. And maybe I'm just going to do a little bit of this. I'm going to go ahead and put a path up here. And I'm going to do this for now because I think it'll make it easier. Then I'll just have to delete the path and finish putting stuff in. I do want to also put in levee pieces here. So I'm going to just do a couple at a time and get this all filled in as they're doing this other stuff. And we'll see what happens. Yeah, this is working really well. I'm happy. Okay, let's see how much. So we have 400. Ugh, right at the wrong time again. It is nighttime, so nobody's working. Okay, I got to remember in the morning to come check this out and see how much we're actually using, so I know if it's enough. Not that I mean, it's more than we had before, but I could maybe turn some more stuff on if we're, oh my gosh, we don't have any more canola oil? Yeah, what? Okay, we need both of these going. That's for sure. I didn't realize we were using it so quickly. Okay, how is this? So our demand is $5.95. So these are going to be like not working super well, but I have enough lumber that I don't really need that. So maybe that'll help. Okay, that's way better. Whatever. So these are at what? 77%. It's better than nothing. We still are making food. We're still doing what we need to do. And hopefully we'll get caught back up on the canola oil. I'm surprised that it was such an issue. We were full before. It's crazy. Okay, we are not even close to doing this, but I do have a lot of dynamite out here that is getting put into place. So, how are we doing on our water level? Not too bad. I think it's not leaking out any of the spots, which is good. So, well, good and bad. It means it's not as high as 1.5, but they're still able to swim in it, so it's still decent. And we only have 3 days left of the drought, so it shouldn't be a huge issue. Okay, I don't even have these going, which I think is fine. I think we're doing good with these 3 and these 2 going at all times. And I don't really have to worry about them sucking up all the water, so I think we're okay. Although this is getting pretty darn low. But still not the end of the world if this dries up, because we do still have water in here. And we've got the water in here for them to drink, so. Oh, okay, let's see. Let's take a look. Now that these have water in them, and this is all dry, is this going to die? Dies in 12 days. So I think it would have died a lot faster if we didn't have any water around. 13 days. 2 days. Oh, because that one is farther away. So now that these are drying up more, these are having a harder time. But it's still better than it was. Some of these are probably going to die, though, because I don't know if we're going to get enough water in here before then. I guess what I could do is let out some of this, let it into here so it fills this up a little bit more. I might just do that really quick. Just enough to like get some in. Oh, maybe not. Get a little bit of water in here. I don't want it to go over this. That's why I'm like stopping every so often, because I want it to stay in here mostly, and then these won't die. Okay, good. So, and we have just 2 days left. So this should give them enough water to be able to live until more water starts coming in. I'm going to go back down to 1.5 so that once this fills up enough, it'll go that way. Okay. How are we doing here? Not even close. but we've got like at least, I would say about half of this done. Well, maybe a little less than half of what we put down here. So not doing too bad. How are these doing? Yeah, we're still good. Not a big deal. These are starting to produce fruit. 10% of the way through. Thankfully, since there's a little bit of water in here, they're continuing to grow. Otherwise, it would have been halted. Why are so many beavers injured? Okay, you're going and laying in the injury medical bed. Man, there's so much going on here. Why is everybody getting injured? Huh. I don't know. We're doing good still over here. Yeah. Still only have 11 canola oil, which means that the ones, it's eggplant and the soybeans that need the canola oil. I'm wondering if I'm going to need an extra canola oil press thing. Guess I could fit it here and just take out more of these. I'm going to, can I clear the planting area with this for that? Yeah, okay. So I'm going to do that so that we can get another one of these in there. Because we have enough canola seed. It's really just the oil that's taking too long. And this should connect to the side of the building there, so that won't be an issue. And then I can just put a path in here. And once these are gone, and have that connected, so this will work too. And we have enough beavers that shouldn't be an issue. We can get that figured out. Okay, this is dry, but we should be okay because this has got some time. And we're going to get more water in there before that's done. So nothing is getting worked on here. That's because they're doing all the dynamite. That's okay. By the time that they actually get this completed, I will be able to just fill this, figure out what I'm doing here with all of the... This is its own thing. 3 wide. 3 through 3, so I could do this. I'm gonna go ahead and just start working on what my plan is here, like so. Right, and then this is the only thing that's gonna be a little bit more difficult to get done, because well, but I need a third one, so I actually can't do these ones. I need to make this a little bit more. Oh. I'm going to go ahead and just put one of these here to allow them to walk across. Okay. So it's going to take a while for them to get this done, and that's fine. We have time. We've got a lot of stuff we're working on. I probably should just put some more builders out. We've got 4 in here. We've got 4 in the other one. We've got 18 beavers that aren't being used. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just put some more hauling posts and builders huts around where they're not going to be in the way, hopefully. And I'm going to lower this again. And then we can get more beavers working on that sort of stuff, hopefully. Let's go ahead and maybe put some up here. No, that's in like this, isn't it? Okay. Builder's hut. We'll do one here. I'm going to go ahead and put a hauling post here. And I'll just connect this up here like this. then I could potentially put another builder's hut here. And I'm gonna raise the priority on these so we can get more beavers working on building at a time. Then we can get this done faster and hopefully get this up here done faster as well. It's finally starting to come through here. So this is gonna fill up. It's gonna come out this way. Oh, this is flooding, but it should be going out because I did open this up. So good. We are getting water again. And I am gonna pause these because I don't need them during the drought. I don't wanna waste the wood. And we'll just make sure to turn those back on later. Man, those got done fast. Or we had some die. Okay, we did have a few of the beavers pass away, so that's why we only have 11 unused beavers, unemployed beavers, I guess is the right terminology. Hopefully they'll come help work on this pretty soon here. And then I've got to figure out how we're gonna do this. Let's just go like this. I do want to finish filling this up, but I guess I want to get this stuff done up here first, because if we can get this done before the next bad tide, then I don't even have to worry about this getting contaminated at all. We can just force it out. Yeah. And that means I'm gonna probably just want to go ahead and get these set up with the floodgates pretty soon here. Okay, you don't need to do anything anymore. Let's go ahead and delete this and delete this. I'm gonna go ahead and put a path farther along here because I think it's gonna make all of this go a lot faster. And I think I am gonna go ahead and just delete these really quickly. I know I'm gonna lose some water, but if we can get the floodgates built fast enough, let's high prioritize these. Then it won't be an issue. And then if we get a bad tide, I can just force it out that way and it'll be fine. We've got some of them coming over here. Is this built yet? Yes, it is. So we have 4, 8, 12. I think we have another one over here, don't we? Or maybe that's it. 4, 8, 12. And then we've got the 4 in here. So that's 16 builders. Maybe that's it. Wow, these are full of logs. Can you not reach any? Oh, you can, but you just must not have any more storage. Yeah. How am I gonna do other stuff? How can I get more storage for logs? I mean, I guess I could just do this right now. Put another one of these up here. Oh, we got this whole thing empty, so we're fine for a little bit at least. Oh man, it's all just leaving. Oh man. This needs to be up all the way. They're not getting any of this done yet. I'm going to go ahead and lower the priority on this stuff for now, and hopefully they'll all go over here and start working on this, because I do want to get this done before the next bad tide, and we don't have much time left before the end of this temperate season, and then we're going to be in trouble if it's a bad tide. Well, I mean, as much trouble as we could be in. These are starting to grow, which is good. Are you done planting? That is the other question. I think everything here is planted. So I'm going to pause this because we don't need them to work in here anymore. And as soon as we start getting some fruit, I will put a beaver into the gatherer to start collecting those as well. Oh, what is happening here? Oh, you know what? We're not getting any of that water coming through here because it's all going out this way, or it was. I guess I don't know if it still is, but well, it should come back out this way soon. I really need to get this fixed too. Really, really do. Ugh. Well, this part is more important. Once we get this finished and get all of this built here so that the bypass is done, then I will probably take these down and put some floodgates so we can let it out if we want to, but we're probably not going to want to. We want it to all go through here. Oh, look at this. Flooding over and over again. Thankfully, it goes away pretty quickly. Are you getting any of this done? Where are you guys at? Okay. Okay, good. They are all starting to finish growing, and we've got 72% of the way through on these, on some of these, which means that we're gonna get lots of mangrove fruits. Why is that? Is this full? Oh wait, do we not have a mangrove fruit thing? Why are they putting the mangroves in here when there's space in here? Why would you bring it all the way over here? This was for future stuff. Well, I guess whatever. It's fine. I guess we'll see how this goes next time and see if we can finish this up before a bad tide comes back around. But I think that's where we're going to end it today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you liked this video, I am going to pop a couple more episodes up here that you might also enjoy. Please leave me a comment below. I love hearing from all of you. But that's going to be it for today. I'll see you next time.